Well, hello there. Amy Lewis from the KFBK Morning News with Brandon Hayfully from Catalyst Mortgage, and it is that dreaded time of year. It's tax time, right? How can you make your mortgage work for you when it comes to taxes? So, can we?
Absolutely. People can deduct interest.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most beautiful things about home ownership. You have somebody that rents. The rent is going to the landlord, paying off somebody else's mortgage potentially.
Right.
When you're a homeowner,
That's frustrating.
It is, right?
Yeah.
When you're a homeowner, you're able to write off the interest on your mortgage loan.
So, okay, let's talk about property tax deductions then too as well, right?
Property tax deduction, you can
Okay.
actually deduct the property taxes you pay on your income tax. So really, you are benefiting in two ways. You're benefiting by owning the house, by having something that's going to be yours, but at the same time, on a tax basis, you're actually going to be able to claim that interest and the property taxes.
Now, this doesn't affect all of us, but there are a lot of people who have second homes or have vacation rentals, like up in Tahoe.
Absolutely.
How is that affected then too around tax time?
There are different properties and different tax implications, so it's kind of specific when it comes to second homes or vacation rentals. For instance, vacation rentals, the income that comes in out of that can offset certain things. But when you talk about investment homes, for
Yeah.
instance, that's also a tax deduction. Then you have depreciation, you have other benefits that you have. So owning a home is definitely a value, and when it comes to tax time, it's important to make sure that you are claiming all of the interest that you've paid. One thing about tax time, kind of related to your home,
Yeah.
is that if you've refinanced in the last year or purchased in the last year, you also want to have a copy of that HUD-1 statement from the refinance,
Okay.
because there are certain deductions if you paid costs that also could be written off. Or if you refinance today, and let's say you refinanced 3 years ago and you paid fees, well, your tax person has been able to write off a little bit of those fees for the past few years. Well, now since you refinanced again, that entire amount that's left can now be applied toward this year's write-offs. So it's important. It
Yeah.
really comes down to it at face value. It's important to have any documents if you've refinanced or purchased over the last several years, and make sure during your tax appointment you are bringing those to really discuss, hey, where do I stand? What other items can I write off besides just the interest and just the property taxes?
That's why we have this guy. I mean, that's a lot of good stuff. The other thing I wanted to ask you was, my husband does this several times throughout the year. So what if I wanted to pay an additional payment on my mortgage? How can I use that to benefit at tax time?
Well, if the payment is applied directly toward principal, that's exactly it. It's just a principal
So
payment.
it's not
There's
something you
there
can
is
use
not.
for tax. Okay.
Most people might make an extra payment and not realize that they're essentially just paying the next payment in front of them. So
Yeah.
that doesn't have any benefit as well, because again, you're just writing off the interest. My recommendation is, if you really are going to make that extra payment a year, make sure it's applied toward principal. You're not going to have a tax benefit from it at all, but you are going to pay your loan
Yeah.
faster, and that's key.
And that is the key. And that really is it. You want to pay off your loan faster, right? We all do. So if you have if you have a question, send that question to us here at Catalyst Mortgage, to Brandon at Catalyst Mortgage, or you can drop it on Facebook at the Catalyst Mortgage Facebook page too, because we want to answer the questions that you have. And call Brandon today at 287-7777. He's got a great team at Catalyst Mortgage, 287-7777, or Monday mornings, the Catalyst Report from 7 to 8 on KFBK, or go to catalystmortgage.com.